Hello, my dear CA final students. I'm sure all of you are preparing thoroughly for your November 24 exams, and I have come out with a small video today for those students, especially who are lacking writing and presentation skills for the CA final auditing paper. Sometimes your preparations are very good, but unfortunately the writing skills and the presentation skills also matter there. So if that is not good, unfortunately, then you may end up getting a low score in CA final auditing, and that is what I don't want to happen to you, for which I have come out with this video. Okay, I don't want that you, after doing so much of hard work, after struggling for so many months and preparing and remembering so many things, and just for a few things that is not told to you, or you are not given a proper direction, you may end up getting a low score in auditing. I don't want that thing to happen. So here is a small paper presentation tips that you have to keep in mind when you're answering CA final auditing exam. The first and foremost most important paper writing and presentation tip would be that you must start with the question which you know thoroughly. Okay, so whatever question you when you get the time to read the question paper, read it, just put a tick mark, or you can rank that question, that this is what you will be appearing first or answering first. This is what you will be answering next. Please put a tick mark to the question. Whichever question you feel you know, please put a tick mark to that and start with the best question that you know. So people say that the first impression is the last impression. I do agree with that statement based on my experiences. I had personally secured an exemption in auditing in CA final as well as in CA intermediate level. So I know the importance of writing skills in exam. So please write the paper, the question, attempt the question that you know first. Okay, first thing is to attempt the best question. Okay, whichever question you know, please start with that. Second thing, whenever you're answering professional ethics questions in particular, of course we all know that professional ethics chapter is a very important chapter. It's going to come minimum for anywhere between 15 to 20 marks, or maybe even higher than that. So professional ethics question mostly are case study based questions. All are case study based questions only. But for professional ethics chapter, there is a style of writing case studies. So you should always start with as per the schedule 1 or schedule 2. So you should always start with schedule 1, schedule 2. So as per schedule 1 or schedule 2 of the Chartered Accountants Act, part number 1, clause number 1. Like that way you should write the schedule number, you should write the part number, part 1, part 2, part 3, whatever part you're writing, and you should then write the clause number. So that way examiner will get a feeling. But mind it, sir, you can write the part number and the schedule number or the clause number only when you have thoroughly revised them, only when you're remembering them correctly. Please, it's a request. If you don't remember the clause number, please don't write it. It's okay if you don't write the clause number. But if you want full out of full marks in a case study based question, normally a case study may be for a 4 or a 5 marks question on professional ethics. So if you write the part number, as per schedule 1 of the Chartered Accountants Act 1949, and then you can write the part 1, clause 1, and then you should start, the chartered accountant in practice will be deemed to be guilty of a professional misconduct if, and then start with the clause. Remember that clause numbers and clause, the content inside the clause should not be manipulated. Please don't change the wording. Stick to the exact wording if you want full marks. Okay, so first thing, do the best question, start with the best question. Second thing, be accurate for writing the clause numbers and schedule numbers for the professional ethics question. Thirdly, the same applies to a Caro question also. If you remember in the previous attempt, if you have seen the question paper of May 2024, in the previous attempt they have asked 5 marks question on Caro, CARO 2020. Okay, so it's my request to you that please study Caro and go. Caro is very important, and in Caro also follow the same technique. Don't manipulate with the clause. However the clause is given in the Caro, please stick to the clause. So imagine if a 5 marks question on Caro comes, and if around 15 to 20 marks professional ethics comes, and if your these 20 to 25 marks paper is accurate, your clause numbers are accurate, your inner content, whatever you're writing inside, whatever is there inside that clause, if it is accurate, examiner will be impressed by the level of your accuracy. That means you have properly studied and properly written. Okay, so caro clause numbers should not be changed, should not be manipulated, the content inside should not be manipulated, should not be changed. Stick to what is given in the bare caro and write the same thing. Same goes for professional ethics also. Okay, sir. Then the next point is that now when you're answering any case study based question, okay, normally case study will come from an auditing standard, or a standard on review engagement, standard on quality control, standard on assurance engagement, standard on related services. There are so many different types of varieties of standards you people have to write. So always start writing as per SA or as per SRE, and then write the SRE number 2400, and then you write the name of the standard. So as per SRE 2400, then you write the name of the standard. Then first try to identify, see here generalization does not work. Suppose if you know that the question is on SRE or on SA or on SAE, find out from which area of that standard he has asked a question. Is he asking a question on factors, requirements of the standard? If he is asking question on auditors procedures, whether he is asking a question on the reporting requirement, whether he is asking a question on expression of the opinion, on what segment they have asked the question. I have seen many students, what mistakes they do, they will start writing entire standard. Okay, somebody will tell you, whenever any question comes from any standard, just you start with the meaning, with all the things that are there inside the standard. Sir, where is the time? Where is the time available? You have to identify from which part of the standard they have asked the question, and only write that much part giving the reference of the standard. Okay, so give the reference of the standard, and then you write that factors governing terms of audit engagement, and just mention few factors. Okay, factors governing audit documentation, mention the factors. Okay. So whenever you're writing any question on standards, always stick to the exact thing that is asked in the case study, and for that you'll have to study the standard properly. You should know all the segments from where they can pick up a case study question. Don't do generalization, it doesn't help in exam. If you start writing the definition, the meaning, and then you write everything, and then finally you write the required part, then you'll feel that the paper is very lengthy. Okay, please don't do that. So always stick to the exact thing what is asked in the standard. See, I'm just giving you all these theories, all these methodologies, because it has helped me to secure an exemption in auditing. And I feel that if you really do smart work, it is very easy to secure an exemption even in CA final auditing. People say it is a difficult paper. It is not a difficult paper if you prepare properly. Because see, suppose if your FR paper or AFM paper, any paper has not gone really well, okay, then your hopes will be on auditing. So I want that the auditing subject should become a reason for you to become CA. So you should be clearing your group 1, or you should become a CA, and auditing should become a reason for that. Okay, and that is the reason why I'm sharing all these tips with you. So I am sure that these tips will definitely help you, these 3 or 4 major important tips which I have shared with you. Please feel free to contact me for whatever else help you want, whatever suggestions you want. Make sure that you complete attempt 100 marks paper. Okay, one last thing before I conclude the discussion, that one last thing is attempt 100 marks paper. It's okay to write smaller length answers rather than leaving that answer. Okay, so attempt 100 marks paper, do your entire paper thoroughly, and don't write MCQs in the beginning. Some people will say MCQs are very scoring, you should start in the beginning. I would never advise to write MCQs in the beginning, sir, because if you write MCQs in the beginning, what happens, you will end up getting confused in the MCQs, because MCQs are not so easy, they're very tricky. I would suggest you that MCQ should be written somewhere in the middle of the paper. When you have written around 1.5 hour theory subjective paper, then you go to the MCQ based question. So don't write MCQs right from the beginning. First you do subjective question, you finish 1.5 hour answer paper, then you go to the MCQs, and finally you go to the remaining part of the paper. Try to complete your entire CA final paper, and I hope that these tips will be definitely helping you. So please study, and if you have any anything more, any advice or any suggestion or any help you want from me, please sir, my number is there, it's flashing on your screen. Please WhatsApp me, or you can just leave a comment there on my YouTube video or on my Instagram video. I will be more than happy to solve your doubts. Okay, so I wish you all the best, and do it well, and I'm sure that you will pass the exam. Thank you so much all of you, and bye bye. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you so much.